Hey guys, I have another hike to share with you guys today. I am in Indiana. I'm at Turkey Run State Park, and this is a park I was at with Kevin many years ago, and we just loved it here. The trails are awesome, so now I get to share them with you guys. We will start right here at the suspension bridge, which is down there. 70 steps. My legs need to warm up. It's 50 degrees. It may be a little higher than that now, but that's what it was when I got up not that long ago. Since Kevin and I were here, this place had a large flood which actually took out this bridge and they had to rebuild it. From what I hear, the water was all the way up to the top of that point there, where all you could see was maybe the point of it sticking out. Straight off, I noticed a number of changes to this park since we were here. They've added a pool, and I think they stopped allowing swimming in the river. When we were here, there were tubers all down the river and people swimming. I can't believe how quiet it is. Rocky Hollow Falls Canyon Nature Preserve. It's hard to imagine. You're entering an area that contains deep sandstone canyons, one of the last remnants of the magnificent forest that originally covered most of Indiana. That's why when you're driving through Indiana and you come across a place like this, it's so surprising and hard to imagine that all of Indiana used to be like this. I saw a lot of cornfields, monocultural crops, a lot of farmland in general. It's a beautiful place. Look at the mist coming off that water. Tells you how cold it is. We're gonna be hiking right over there after we cross this bridge. Ooh, down into the hollow. I am going to go this way to Trail 3. Trail 3 that way. Look at this. I remember how in awe Kevin and I were when we came through here and saw the trees just growing from the rocks. Such a cool trail. Most of the trails in this park are moderate to strenuous, and some can be very rugged. This boardwalk's not difficult. I think some of this boardwalk is definitely new since we were here. Rocky Hollow Canyon. It is pretty cool. Trying to keep my shoes dry for just a little bit. Oh. Wow. It's like a different world. It's better than I remembered. Look at the color. Oof. Am I supposed to cross here? I don't know. I'm guessing I'm on a trail. I don't remember those little steps built into the rocks. They might have been here though. It was, I think, close to 20 years ago when Kevin and I were here. There's a sign, let's see what it says. Punch Bowl, okay. There's Punch Bowl. So I think I want to go that way. But let's walk over here. It is definitely wet. Very cool. There we go. This is the Punch Bowl. Whew, I wonder how deep that is. Continuing down 3. Oh my gosh. It definitely wasn't like this. Here we go. Trail 3 continues this way. Going down. Now there was a place that had ladders here. That was really cool. I'm hoping I'm going in the right direction to find those. Did I mention there's a lot of steps? There are a lot of steps, but they're short steps. If you lived around here, can you imagine if you had a pass and came here every day, the workout you could get? All these steps were definitely not here when Kevin and I were here. They just don't stick out in my memory. And there were chipmunks everywhere, I remember that. But haven't seen any yet. Seen some squirrels. Look at the size of that tree. And some of the fallen. And I've come to a junction. Trail 10. 3 is that way. So we are going to continue down Trail 3. We are deep, 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 deep in the ravine. I have not seen another person other than a Department of Natural Resources van sitting up there. It's kind of strange. Wow. All right. What is this? So Trail 3 continues that way to another set of stairs, ladder I should say. And 5 and 9 are up that way. And look at the blowdowns. I wonder if they had a major storm here recently. Let me go take a look at this. Well, I did that. It was scary. Oh. Bear Hollow. Now this I definitely remember. This was like me and Kevin's favorite part. It is definitely muddy. I don't know. Wow, something blew all these trees down. One heck of a storm. Like I said, I don't remember these trees being all down like this when we came through. What a fun spot to hike. It's incredible. I'm so happy I came back here. This is my last hike and my last stop this trip. Tomorrow I start heading back to Florida. Super long drive. But yeah. Seems I have two options here. Let's go see if I can find a sign. I bet these circle around. No, but we get a great view of the river. Nice. All right, looking at the map, there's the ladders. I came down and I think I'm right here. So I can go that way, continue on Trail 3 back toward the suspension bridge, or I can go that way onto Trail 5. Well, I'm going to continue around Trail 3, back to the suspension bridge, up to the nature center, and find a restroom. And then I'll go from there. Whale? I guess they're currently doing construction on the walk. And this trail was supposed to be closed. Very carefully trying to get down. So this is the ice box. Not sure why they call it that. I climbed down that. I feel like such an outlaw. I guess this trail is closed. Man, it does need work. Now I'm just trying to find my way back over to the suspension bridge. Well, I came out at the beach. Oh no, I don't want to go back by those guys. That way. How did I miss that? I had to climb back up that whole rocky rooted section. Oh my gosh, I was down there. Worked up a little sweat. I think it was nerves more than anything. Now it shows it closed. They didn't have this at the other end. You guys were with me. All right. There's the suspension bridge. Well, I am back where I started. I'm actually glad that that happened, because if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't have gotten to show you guys that awesome trail. That also might explain why there aren't that many people here. Coming off of that trail, I saw one couple and another solo hiker, and that is it. Restrooms are located on the opposite side of the Welcome Center, across from the pool area. Clean restrooms. Really, everything seems to be pretty clean. I have not seen hardly any trash along the trails, so that's pretty cool. Starting to get crowded. I'm on trail 1 now. I took a little break, went to the car, got a snack, and decided to walk along the river. And this trail is beautiful. It's definitely not one to ignore. I'm headed over to the covered bridge, and I have it in my sights. You can see it over there in the distance. This has been a beautiful little trail, and it runs right along the creek here. I really don't think there's a bad trail in this park. The whole place is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks like I'm supposed to go up these. My knee is definitely stiff after doing that trail number 3, but it was worth it. It really was. Just because this is a state park, don't let it fool you. These trails can get rugged. This is nice. I like the rugged trails, even though they're hard on me at times. So you can drive over here, and there's a little bit of parking along the road there. But we're hikers. We hiked. I am hoping to find the Salmon Lusk home. You actually have to go down Trail 4 just a little bit and connect to another trail. More steps. Almost there. I guess it's closed off. At certain times they offer tours. Pretty cool though.
Yeah, and those moms, they had them back to back. Sometimes they just kind of quickly it too. Back 144. So this section originally contained the kitchen, birthing room.
You can barely see in the windows. There's like period furniture and a fireplace with a huge mantle. I'd love to go inside. When Salmon and Mary Lusk arrived at Sugar Creek in 1823, they built a log cabin as well as a mill. The early years of grueling hard work paid off. The cabin was replaced with a larger timber home. This second home included the general store. Salmon and Mary would have eight children in 1841, and work began on the brick home before you. The home is designed in the style of the Federal and Greek Revival. Their garden is still maintained by volunteers. It says I walk through the gate and you'll travel back in time over 150 years, and this kitchen garden is typical of those grown in central Indiana prior to 1850. Fennel and squash, comfrey, oregano, lots of marigolds. That's cool. I like that they've tried to make it authentic to the period. Of course, with hybridization and everything, it seems like that would be hard to do. Very cool. Re-entering the woods. So I'm going to take Trail 1 back the way I came so I can show you guys some of that. It looked like there were some nice little areas that you could kind of get off and go down next to the water. Otherwise, I could take 4, follow along the other side of the river, and then cross the suspension bridge again. Following along the creek. Sugar Creek. These trees are huge. Just to kind of give you an idea. Crazy. Look at this one. There's a suspension bridge way over there in the distance. Alright, what about this one? Wow. Well, I'm headed to camp now. I love this place. I was disappointed that the gift shop wasn't open because I promised Kevin a souvenir. Oh well, I would have liked a sticker or a magnet. But man, what an awesome hike. These trails, I mean, I could spend several more days here easily just doing all these trails. Or really, you could do them all in a day. If you give yourself the full day, just do them all. If you don't have any knee issues or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna head to camp and get something to eat. That snack did not do me. I have other snacks in the back of this thing, but yeah, I'm ready to relax. Looks like the general store is open. I think I'll go over there and see if maybe they have some souvenirs. Well, that general store did have a few t-shirts. I only had one magnet and I wasn't crazy about it. I mean, it was not alright, but I decided to skip the magnet. But I did get Kevin a t-shirt. I think he'll like that. I go to all these places, and then if he hasn't been there, it's kind of hard to get him a t-shirt. He'll be walking around wearing it and people will be asking him about it and he'll have never been. But in this case, he's been here and he can talk about it. So let me show you my campsite. So right down there where that camper's parked is where the gatehouse is, and you can see the blue dumpsters through the trees there. And here's where I'm at, site 194. Partial shade. No issue getting sun on my solar panels though. All these sites are short sites, but good for camper. I'm right next to the vault toilets. There's a water spigot down there. There's not individual water spigots at each site. Now you can probably hear I'm next to the road. And it does get noisy. Even during the night, a few times I'd hear traffic. But it has a nice fire pit. Small, but nice little picnic table. Backed by the woods, there are some campers on the other side of these trees. Not bad at all. It seems like most of the campsites this trip have been so crowded and close together. And I have this almost to myself down here, probably because it is next to the road. But I don't mind that. It's been kind of nice. I came in last night and I leave in the morning. So I had one day here to explore. There are showers not that far away in the main loop. As you come through the gatehouse, you kind of go straight and it's right there. And they look like decent showers. They could be a little cleaner, but I imagine they're pretty busy. All in all, I think it's a nice campground. And it's definitely worth it to stay here when the park is, the main park with all the hiking trails is right over there. They do have a lodge here, an old lodge that would probably be pretty cool to stay at. I think it was built in the early 1900s, like I don't know, earlier than 1920, I think. So, a lot of picnic areas, a swimming pool, other amenities. Now, whether or not they're going to be open, I don't know. It seems like half the stuff, you know, even at the other campgrounds I've been to, when they say they're supposed to be open, their hours, they're not open. So I don't know what the deal is there. I think all of our parks, state parks, national parks, I think they're all struggling a little bit to keep people employed or volunteering. So I've got most of my chores done. I got the Berkey filled. I'm gonna make some ice to make sure I have some for tomorrow, and because it's gonna be warm as I head back south, and figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. So I decided just to have a bowl of cereal for dinner. There are times I just don't feel like doing a bunch of cooking or the cleanup involved, so I am having cereal. I have to leave early in the morning. I want to leave here right at daylight. I figure if I get onto 75 somewhere around Chattanooga by dark, that will be nice, because I know 75 well, and I can just stop at rest areas to sleep and hopefully be back in Southwest Florida by morning, the next morning. So figure about 24 hours. It says it'll take about 17 with sleep, you know, and stops for gas and eating and that kind of thing. Yeah, I figure about 24. So I'm gonna call an end to this video. I've had a good time this trip. There were some things that were disappointing. Didn't expect it to be quite as crowded as it was. Campsites were often closer together than I liked, but I saw some awesome trails. I loved the Red River Gorge area, and I will be going back there quite often, I think. There's still so much to do. Really, there's a lot to do at this park, the last park I was at, as far as hiking goes. I had, I think, mentioned before that I had one more stop planned that I ended up canceling because I just don't think my knee can do it. It needs to rest a little bit. I've put it through a lot. And that would have been like, I think it was over 1,200 steps or something that I would have had to do. I had 2 tours I was going to do. It was going to be Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, and I had 2 tours, both with a lot of steps that were supposed to be difficult. So, you know, it's one thing to be on a hike and by yourself, going slow or whatever you need to do to protect your knees, but to be in a group where you're possibly holding people up, that sort of thing, I decided it wasn't the right time for it. So that's one I'll have to do in the future. I hope you liked watching these videos. I hope you liked this video today, and I hope you'll subscribe if you did and watch me in my future adventures. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Back in Southwest Florida, probably. Bye, guys.